Well, hello once again everybody, and welcome back to Pete's Plastic Playground, building the 1/72 scale Supermarine Spitfire Mark 1A starter kit. We're really motoring on now. The aircraft is assembled more or less, and the underside has been painted in that nice kind of sky camouflage colour, Humbrol number 90, which I hope you can see quite clearly on the camera now. And so we're ready to move on to mask and paint the uppermost sides of the aeroplane. As much as I'm showing you how to build this Airfix kit, this is a little bit of a learning curve for me, as well as somebody posting videos on YouTube. I'm conscious that I need to show you what's going on more readily, and so I'm learning too. Today you may have noticed that I've changed the camera angle so that hopefully you can see the work in progress more easily, rather than just seeing my fingers and my hands blocking up everything that I'm doing. But so far, hopefully you've got the gist of it, and that we're doing okay. The other little job I've done since I last saw you is to have painted the wheels. Paint them in the number 33 black on the actual tyres, and then take great care to separate the actual wheel itself from the tyre. So what I did was to paint number 90 coloured paint, Humbrol number 90 coloured paint on the actual wheel, and hopefully you can see the sort of the moulding of the spoke of the wheel, and then I painted the black carefully, not to overrun the centre number 90 colour. So it's number 90 in the centre and number 33 black for the tyres, and the tyres are actually moulded so that there's a flat part at the bottom, and when we come to stick the tyre onto the undercarriage legs, we have to make sure that the flat pieces at the bottom, for when the aeroplane's standing with its own undercarriage down and standing on the grass. The other thing I've done is painted the undercarriage legs, and so again it's number 90 on the outside, and inside on the actual struts it's just a thin coat of the black coloured paint there, number 33. Okay. Good. So I mentioned earlier on that we need to paint the upper surfaces now, and that when I painted the underside of the aeroplane, I wasn't too worried about going over the line where the upper side camouflage colours are going to be painted, and the reason is we're going to mask that off. Now I'm in the fortunate position of having some good modelling masking tape, but a really good hack for this is to use a post-it note. You know, they're quite tacky, so you can cut a post-it note to length and just mark out the area that you want to mask. So what I'm doing now is I'm applying this masking tape from there, that line on the bottom of the wing, following that panel line there, I don't know if you can see that, up to the end of the aeroplane there, and just pressing it down. Now it's important to press it down because the panel lines on the aeroplane, if it's not pressed into the panel lines, the new paint will bleed under the masking tape and not work properly. So there, I'm just making sure that that's pressed down pretty tightly into all those little panel lines there. So I'll just do the other side now. If you go to the model shop, your local model shop, which for me in Berkshire is the Berkshire Dolls and Model Company, Dolls House and Model Company in Wargrave Road, Twyford, they'll have some nice masking tape in stock, I'm sure. Or you can use the sort of stuff you use when you're decorating, I suppose. I've never tried that, but Anyway, getting into a bit of a muddle here. Sausage fingers at play. There we are. So that's that line done on both sides. So I'm just pressing that into shape. So there we are. That's both sides masked up now. There and there. Just make sure that's sealed down onto the bodywork of the plane nicely. That's good. And then the next bit to do is from the leading edge of the wing there up to the front of the engine cowling where the propeller is. So that only needs about 1 inch of tape or post-it note, whatever you have at your disposal. That's that side done, and then another piece just as long there, again from the leading edge of the wing. Luckily these are reasonably straight lines actually, so no curves to follow. You can get and I've got some bendy masking tape, but on this occasion not really needed. So there we are. Okay, so that's the masking done, ready for painting. I'm just going to pause you now while I mix up some paint.